Hello, my friends. Today we bring you Arnold Schwarzenegger's filmography, Hercules in New York. Hercules, the son of Zeus, is sent from Mount Olympus to modern-day Manhattan, where he starts professional wrestling before getting involved with mobsters. The Long Goodbye. Private detective Philip Marlowe helps a friend out of a tight spot, then becomes involved in the murder of his friend's wife, tangled up with a mobster, and in the search for a missing person. Happy anniversary and goodbye. A couple approaching their 25th anniversary look to their respective best friends, an independent thinker and a swinger, for tips to spice things up. Stay hungry. Involved in a real estate scheme, Craig Blake is sent to a gym to try to buy it. However, over time he becomes involved with the receptionist Mary and forms a friendship with the bodybuilder Joe Santo. The villain. An attractive stranger agrees to accompany the young charming Jones to receive her inheritance from her father. However, Avery Simpson wants to keep the money, and to achieve this, he hires the notorious outlaw Cactus Jack. Scavenger hunt. Milton Parker played video games with his lovely nurse. He dies after losing a game to her. After Parker is buried, many previously distant relatives approach with an interest in the fortune he left behind. The Jane Mansfield story. Jane Mansfield sought to become a major film actress, following in the footsteps of Marilyn Monroe. To achieve this, she made significant changes to her appearance, such as lightening her hair and losing weight. Conan the Barbarian. To avenge the death of his parents, Conan faces a dangerous sorcerer in search of the Steel League, which will make his sword invincible. As a child, Conan witnessed his parents being killed before his eyes. Conan the Destroyer. Conan must undertake a risky mission involving Princess Jenna, so that Queen Taramis fulfills her promise to bring Valeria, Conan's beloved, back from the world of the dead. The Terminator. An indestructible robot is sent from 2029 to 1984 to assassinate a young waitress who is destined to have a child that will lead a war against machines. However, a human soldier is also sent to protect her. Red Sonja. The fearless warrior Red Sonja is determined to avenge the murder of her family and free her kingdom from the oppressive rule of the malevolent Queen Gedren. Commando. John Matrix, a retired colonel, has his daughter Jenny kidnapped by Arius, a former dictator. Arius blackmails Matrix to assassinate President Velasquez, but Matrix escapes and has 11 hours to rescue Jenny. Raw deal. A former FBI agent turned sheriff of a small town agrees to help the FBI chief infiltrate the Chicago Mafia when the FBI chief's son is killed by them. The Running Man. In the year 2017, the United States undergoes a totalitarian regime. The only entertainment for the people is television, and the most popular show is a cruel game where the sole prize is survival. Predator. Dutch is hired by the United States government to rescue politicians imprisoned in Guatemala, but they soon realize that something is amiss. After discovering multiple corpses, the team finds out that they are being hunted. Red Heat. Ivan Danko is a tough Russian cop who is forced to work alongside the outgoing detective Art Riedzik. The duo investigates a major international criminal involved in drug trafficking. Twins. Results of a genetic experiment, fraternal twins Julius and Vincent are separated at birth. When Julius learns about his mother and brother, he goes to Los Angeles to find his family. Total Recall. In the year 2084, Doug Quaid resorts to a memory implant to simulate a trip to Mars. However, something goes wrong, and he begins to remember who he truly was and facts that, until then, were unknown to him. Kindergarten Cop. A tough cop must go undercover as a kindergarten teacher to locate the ex-wife of a dangerous criminal who may hold the key to putting him behind bars. Terminator 2. Judgment Day. A cyborg, identical to the one that failed to kill Sarah Connor, must now protect her teenage son, John Connor, from a more advanced and powerful cyborg. Christmas in Connecticut. Elizabeth, the star of a successful cooking show, is scheduled to perform a live Christmas show, showcasing her skills in preparing a festive dinner. However, what no one knows is that she can't actually cook. Dave. To avoid a scandal, the owner of a temporary employment agency, who bears a striking resemblance to the President of the United States, replaces him during his coma. Last action hero. Danny Madigan is a boy who is a mega fan of the character Jack Slater. He receives a magical movie ticket that allows Danny to enter Jack Slater's latest film and go on adventures in a crazy world. Beretta's Island. An Interpol agent delves into the intricate networks of drug trafficking between the picturesque island of Sardinia and the depths of America, finding himself entangled in a deadly game of cat and mouse. True Lies, an explosive tale about an American secret agent who drags his frustrated wife into his dangerous world in an attempt to provide the thrills she craves. Junior. Two researchers, Dr. Hassa and Dr. Arbogast, develop a drug to aid pregnancy. Hindered from continuing the project, the duo steals an egg and implants it in Dr. Hassa's abdomen. Eraser. Government Special Agent John Kruger is tasked with protecting a key witness who knows everything about a weapons company planning to sell a revolutionary rifle on the black market. Jingle All the Way. A father promises to get his son a Turbo Man action figure for Christmas. However, all the stores are sold out and he must travel across the city and compete with everyone else to find the gift. Batman and Robin. The sinister Mr. Freeze joins forces with the dangerous Poison Ivy to freeze Gotham City and annihilate its population. The fate looks bleak for Batman and Robin, but Batgirl joins them, forming a phenomenal trio. End of Days. In the waning days of 1999, Jericho Kane, a detective who has lost faith and family, investigates a sinister satanic conspiracy that has chosen a young woman, Christine, to give birth to the Antichrist. The Sixth Day. In the near future, cloning of animals is a common occurrence. However, cloning humans is illegal worldwide, at least until one day when Adam Gibson comes home and finds a clone in his place. Collateral Damage. Gordon Brewer faces the painful loss of his wife and child in a terrorist attack. Disillusioned with the lack of progress in the investigations, Brewer decides to take matters into his own hands and pursue the terrorist on his own. Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. A machine from a post-apocalyptic future travels back in time to protect a man and a woman from an advanced robotic assassin, ensuring that both survive a nuclear attack. The Rundown. Travis is a young man from a wealthy family who went to the Amazon in search of a lost gold mine. To find him, his family hires Beck, who sets off to Brazil in search of Travis. Around the World in 80 Days. To win a bet, an eccentric British inventor, along with his Chinese assistant and a French aspiring artist, embark on a journey full of adventure and danger around the world in 80 days. The Kid and I. Aaron Roman is a teenager who dreams of starring in a big action movie. When his father grants his wish, he finds himself facing a reality that is a bit challenging to handle. The Expendables. A group of mercenaries led by Barney Ross is hired to overthrow a dictator. Upon arriving at the location, they realize they are at a disadvantage, but decide to proceed when they encounter a potential ally. The Expendables 2. Upon accepting a mission, the group of mercenaries led by Barney Ross is surprised, and things don't go as planned. What was a simple mission turns into a matter of honor for the team. The Last Stand. The leader of a drug cartel escapes from a courthouse and speeds toward the Mexican border, where the only thing in his way is a sheriff and his inexperienced team. Escape Plan. When a security expert is incarcerated in the world's most secretive and secure prison, he must use his skills to escape with help from the inside. Sabotage. Members of an elite task force from the United States Anti-Drug Agency steal the headquarters of a drug cartel. The situation complicates when they begin to die one by one. The Expendables 3. After a former member threatens to put an end to the mercenaries, Barney Ross assembles a team of younger recruits with technological expertise to help defeat the enemy. Maggie. A teenager in the Midwest is infected during an outbreak of a disease that slowly turns the infected into cannibalistic zombies. During the transformation, her loving father remains by her side. Terminator Genesis. When John Connor, the leader of the human resistance, sends Sergeant Kyle Reese to 1984 to protect Sarah Connor and secure the future, an unexpected event causes a rupture in time. Aftermath. Roman Melnick is a construction foreman, and Jake Bananos is an air traffic controller. Their lives become intertwined after a plane crash that resulted in the death of Roman's wife and daughter. Killing Gunther. A group of assassins is fed up with Gunther, the world's greatest hitman. They decide to kill him, but their plan turns into a series of thwarted encounters, as Gunther always stays one step ahead. The Iron Mask. An English traveler in the 18th century journeys to China to produce maps of the east of Russia, encountering magicians embedded in various natural elements and even the king of all dragons. Terminator, Dark Fate. A new deadly Terminator is sent to eliminate the future leader of the Resistance. In a fight to save humanity, Sarah Connor, hardened by battle, teams up with an unexpected ally. Who would you like to see in the next video? Write in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.